No, not yet.
Alright.
So in the next line, yeah.
Hang on a second. For question B and C, they both say you can either obtain the closed form solution or find the first three terms.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I meant by closed form solution.
Closed form solution is basically what we've done for that bit. When you write it like that, that's a closed form solution. But when you do a long division and it doesn't give you the right answer, and you write it like whatever you got so far plus whatever you got left divided
you don't
by,
actually have to do
that's
that.
not. For example, if you got, for example, x divided by x squared minus 1, for example, and you do a long division of that, but you can't complete it, and you always get a remainder.
Yeah, yeah.
You do whatever you got in your division so far, plus your remainder divided by what you divided by.
Yeah, so
right?
basically anyone.
That's not a closed form. Closed form is when you get your remainder is
So
0.
basically we
you
don't
have nothing left.
Right.
So
basically we didn't have to do y0, y1, y2, but we
Yeah.
just do it anyway.
yeah,
Okay.
what you could do, it said either do a closed form, like leave it as like sigma term basically, like you can have all the terms, or just do the first three terms like y0, y1, and y2. So what we do,
Basically
you
we
find
didn't have to-
yn, and then replace y0, or do y0, y1, and y2.
Oh shit. We just do it anyway. So just say
Just to make it specific.
From that, yeah. From that, what we need to do now, one thing we need to remember is 0.2 n minus 1 equals 0.2 n divided by 0.2. Is that right? And 0.3 n minus 1 also equals 0.3 n divided by 0.2.
How come?
That's-
It's like doing this, isn't it? 0.2 to n times 0.2 to the minus 1. And you put in 0.2 to the minus 1 to the calculator to do 1 over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So what you're gonna do, you're gonna replace all your n minus 1. So basically what will happen now, just remember that for now. You replace all the n minus 1s, yeah? We want to write all the n minus 1 terms in terms of n. So what will happen now, we're gonna have yn. We're gonna repeat the same thing that we got right now. As it is. U of n minus 0.3 times minus 2 times 0.2 to the n divided by 0.2 plus 3 times 0.3 n divided by 0.3 all times by un. And carrying that on, multiplying it through, we're going to have the same thing over again for the first part. U of n minus, we're going to have minus 0.6 times 0.2 to the n divided by 0.2 plus 0.9 times 0.3 to the n divided by 0.3 all times by u. This simplify, so that will, yeah, that will become, give you a factor of 3. I'll write it down, written on the note. These two cancel out to 3. And these two cancel out to minus 3. Yeah. So carry that on, and you will get. You see that these two terms gonna cancel out. So you're gonna end up having 0 point times 0 point minus 2 times 0.2 n un minus 3 times that's not solved.
That first one's minus 3, yeah, not 3. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah? And they are the same. They got the same multiples, so we can just add them together. And when you add them together, you basically simply get u2 times u2. And that's your yn.
What was x root 2 minus 1? What's that?
Sorry?
What was that? X. What was x root? It's time. No, yeah, something else.
Which one? Which one?
Right, so.
All subs.
Come in the box.
They shouldn't be subs.
Hang on a second, I'll just write that.
They shouldn't be subs.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah. 6 marks. So what are we on? We're on 12. Yeah. And you'd be pleased to know that D is a lot easier than C.
So, but we could have guessed that from the. We proved it. We proved it. But from that, when we got that, we could have simply just got rid of the one which got 0.3 to the power. So basically, we could have just ignored that, right? And then worked out what would have happened to that. And it would be hard to imagine it because it's hard to do it in your head, but that's the proof for it.
Just don't do it.
That's the
Write
proof.
that down.
And just remember that. That's really important. That's the proof. That's what allows you to solve it. It's really important. That one.
Yeah. We spent like ages figuring that out. It's just like simple math as well.
3.5 hours. So I've done the one question.
So it cancels out the bottom thing, yeah? Yes.
It's time for Frappuccino.
Which one? 2.
Guys, the lecture gonna be over in 15 minutes.
Why?
The bell gonna go. Yeah, it's been 15 minutes already.
We have to go somewhere.
Yeah, is there anything?
Bells and hammers, not us.
Oh,
Whoa, what happened? Whoa. What did we clean up? I just cleaned up like bits of...
and Pip, that's the answer he gave in the lecture, right?
Yeah, the rules and everything. But he didn't really show me working. He just went from that line to
Yeah,
that
he
line.
went from that line
No, that might go.
to that line.
I see what you got.
Could we have done that? Worked that like that?
No, because it's 6
If you
marks.
want to. If you want to, yeah.
So that's you already worked that out in the last question. That's given to you. If you just basically write that for 6 mark question, I'm gonna slap you. Because 6 marks question, like just writing down what is given to you for 6 marks, I don't think so.
Really?
I think you're gonna get like 4 marks for that, 1 mark for that, and 1 mark for that. I think so.
I think so too.
But then it said, write it down for the first 3 terms.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
So y0.
But they still can't see.
Yeah, y0.
But that's
Gonna
close.
give you 0.2.
That must be close form though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Gonna give you 1, sorry. y0 should give you 1.
Let's see.
And y1 should give you 0.2. And y2 should give you...
What does UN equal to?
It's just a unit.
un is 1 because,
Always
see,
1.
if you have un minus k, yeah, u will be equal to it will be 1 for all when n is greater than or equal to k, and 0 for n less than k. Since we are starting from 0 and we're going upwards, it's always 1.
Okay. Makes sense.
And if he also asks you to put it in a graph,
Oh, they can flat off.
yeah, you're gonna be like that. 0, that's 1. Then for 1, you're gonna be 0.2. Oh, 0.2 is a bit low. 0.2 and 0.2.
So if I just drew the general shape of the graph, what do I get?
But you can't draw it without working that function out. That's the thing.
So I'll just draw like that, just lay it on.
Yeah, but you can't draw it without a function.
Right?
How can you draw it without a function?
1, 2.
Yeah.
You've got
Have you
that
got
for
it?
the function. If you don't have that function, how can you draw it?
Have you got it written down? Now we need to confirm this result. This was a time domain method. That was time domain method. What we just done. It's a lot easier way to do it. Z transform method that we're gonna do next. That's part D. It's another 6 months for that.
And I can't believe you spent like half an hour doing that one.
So what if we did Z transform for part C? Would
You get no. You get a
Part D, ask you to use Z transform.
Then you'll
Why
definitely
would you do
lose
it?
correct, yeah?
definitely. Should be correct.
Well, the answers are the same from the revision.
The proof, you may see different proof. Like if you go to Alex Hunt, he's probably going to give you some
Yeah.
easier
faster way.
method or faster way, but
We had to figure this out by
we
ourselves.
figured it out ourselves.
So,
So
Appreciate it.
we deserve a snake bite. No, Lee.
Anyway, so we just solved like a £1 million question.
No, it's not £1 million, it's only 6 mark question.
You don't like it?
Free
How can we
grand.
solve it?
Free grand question. It worth all our tuition fee, that one.
D.
So,
Do this.
so, using the same thing, yeah, xn, xn was
Did you do your
delta.
X's properly?
God, is it x? X meant to be like that.
Fine, we just do times using dot then.
You want like that, yeah?
No, mate, just use times using dot. That's fine.
Yeah? You want x
Just
like
use,
that, yeah?
just use a dot for times.
No, that's
Easy.
weird.
Delta n
Then
minus
find-
0.3 delta n minus 1.
Delta and minus.
So
Yeah?
that's just that transform. You have to do it.
From the table, we know delta n,
Table.
yeah, goes to z minus
And
okay, this minus. So,
I did that.
remember that from the table.
is it given?
It might not be given, it might be very unclear on the table. So, from that, we got our shift is 0, so it will be z to the 0, so it's 1 minus
So what do you say?
0.3 times z to minus 1. That's basically your x offset. I do it like this because that's a notation you need to use. Fine.
You happy now? Happy with the X?
Yeah, very happy. Thank you very much.
So that's our x offset.
Okay.
We already got the h and z from the first question. It's given in the question, so h of z equals 1
H is just one function.
0.5 z of minus
It's
1
just another function of what?
plus 0.06 z of minus 2.
H of that.
Yeah, function.
Factorizing that again, as we know from the last question, is 1 minus
0.3 that.
0.3 z minus 1. 1 minus 0.2 z minus 1. So, and as we, y of z, yeah, y of z
Can you see what's going to happen now?
equals convolution in time domain, I'd write it down. H of, oh god, no. What was it? X of n.
I'm almost certain that's z minus 2.
Which one?
That bottom one.
Are you sure?
What would it be minus?
No, actually, if you multiply it out. No,
Yeah, exactly, you get
yeah,
that square.
multiply out. Yeah, no, okay.